The natural world is so vast and has so many resources to offer. We're on the brink of losing so much, and that's irreplaceable. Now is the time that we need to act to protect nature's bounty. We are all working together so that the future generation will have the chance to see the marine turtles. Marine turtles inspired us to really plan through what we should be doing in response to the threats that marine turtles are facing. The PawiCAN, or 1Bataan Pawikan Conservation Alliance Network, puts a great deal of stewardship on our shoulders so that we can achieve recovery. Bataan, a first-class province in a strategic location that spurred its progress and development, nestled on the coastline spanning the stretch of Manila Bay and the West Philippine Sea, and its close proximity to the National Capital Region. Bataan inevitably finds itself within the integral growth corridor of Central Luzon, and because of its location, Bataan has the highest number of special economic zones in the country. At the core of the mission of the province is a better quality of life for every Bataeño, and the vision to attain the lowest poverty incidence resulting from quality growth. The ultimate measure of success is the Human Development Index, which Bataan aims to be the highest nationwide. Also owing to its strategic location, the Bataan Peninsula is a significant nesting site of marine turtles, locally known as Pawikan. Out of the 5 species of Pawikan found in the Philippines, 3 are known to nest and forage in the coastal municipalities of Morong, Bagak, Mariveles, and Limay. The Pawikan are an endangered species that has long been part of the coastal and marine environment of Bataan. While Pawikan tend to live long lives, their survival in recent history has been ever more difficult. In Bataan, the Pawikan face various threats throughout their life cycle, such as coastal erosion, solid waste, light and noise pollution from beach resorts, households and industries, natural predators and poachers, and even physical stress during human-assisted releasing into the open sea. To address this problem, the provincial government of Bataan has been implementing a Pawikan Conservation Program, which started out as a community-based initiative in Morong, Bataan in 1999. Through the program, former poachers became conservation partners, awareness was raised through the Pawikan Festival, and the Pawikan Conservation Center was established. While said interventions showed encouraging results in conserving Pawikan egg population, the program still has gaps that can be enhanced. Among others, the current conservation program fails to address the threats to Pawikan hatchling and adult population. There is therefore an emerging challenge of how to ensure the conservation and protection of Pawikan throughout their life cycle. Doing so will help maintain coastal and marine ecological balance, thereby sustaining the ecosystem services derived by the province such as fisheries and tourism. These also contribute to the strategic initiatives of the provincial government of Bataan, namely ensuring the proper management and protection of the environment and enhancing the productivity of Bataeños. 1Pawikan strives to be a more inclusive, coordinated, and holistic attempt at Pawikan conservation. This project is currently being implemented by the Provincial Government Environment and Natural Resources Office, or PGNRO, through its 1Pawikan project team. The following are the 7 components of the innovation project and status of implementation as of August of 2022. Formation of 1Pawikan. Through this project, an expanded network will be formalized through a memorandum of agreement among all members. Since March, the project concept was presented to different stakeholders. Additionally, the project team was able to facilitate the organization of 2 barangay-based conservation groups in the municipality of Limay, which includes Petron Foundation, and the local conservation network in the municipality of Morong, which includes Anvaya Cove, Morong Beach Resort, and Tourism Stakeholders Association, and 3 people's organizations. Visioning workshops for Morong and Bagak Pawikan conservation groups were also conducted in collaboration with the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners, Bataan Olongapo Zambales chapter. Upgrading of Pawikan Conservation Center. This component of the project focuses on the redevelopment of the Pawikan Conservation Center in 1Bataan once its management has been turned over from Banday Pawikan to the provincial government. Part of the development plan is to establish the following facilities for the province's overall program on the conservation and protection of marine turtles or Pawikan. The provincial government is currently in talks with Banday Pawikan members for the turnover of the center. The project team also tapped the Provincial General Services Office for the inventory and valuation existing assets and the Bataan PPP and Investment Center for the conduct of feasibility study and exploration of a PPP modality for the Pawikan Conservation Center. Development and protocol for beach resorts during Pawikan nesting and hatching season. This component aims for the passage of a provincial ordinance that will prescribe protocols or guidelines to various sectors located along Pawikan nesting sites, such as implementation of curfew during nesting and hatching season, and proper handling and releasing of Pawikan hatchlings. The project team has already conducted initial meetings with stakeholders in Morong, Bagak, Limay, Mariveles to present the initial concept of the protocol. So far, everyone is supportive of developing an ordinance to ensure the safety of the Pawikan during nesting and hatching season. The target issuance and implementation of the provincial ordinance is October, just in time for the Pawikan nesting season that usually starts in October. Training of people's organizations and beach resorts on proper Pawikan handling. To refresh and enhance the knowledge and skills of our Pawikan conservation partners, the PJNRO conducted a 3-day capacity building workshop for marine turtle conservation at the Brizo Hotel and Resort in Morong last August 24 to 26. The purpose of the training was to equip the participants with principal procedure on marine turtle conservation, demonstrate proper procedures in marine turtle research and nesting, beach and hatchery management, and discuss local issues and concerns that affects marine turtle conservation in Bataan Province. The resource speakers during the training were comprised of 3 experts on marine biodiversity from Marine Wildlife Watch of the Philippines, Baleena Organization, and Biodiversity Management Bureau. The training participants included members of the people's organizations from different Pawikan conservation groups in Bagak and Morong, representatives of Morong Beach Resort Tourism Stakeholders Association or MBRTSA, implementing partners from private sectors, and the research division group of the Bataan Peninsula State University. Public Information Campaign. To raise awareness and knowledge of locals and tourists, public information campaign will be part of the project. This includes installation of signages along nesting sites, social media posts through the 1Bataan Pawikan Conservation Alliance Network Facebook page, and production of one-page flyers that can be given to tourists upon their check-in at resorts. This component will be implemented in the last quarter of 2022, coinciding with the Pawikan nesting season in the province. Research on artificial incubation. Recognizing the rapid coastal development in the province and the impacts of climate change that threaten the sustainability of Pawikan hatcheries, the provincial government will engage the expertise of Bataan Peninsula State University to conduct research and studies related to artificial incubation and other studies that will help the conservation program adapt to the changing times. Last April, the project team met with BPSC Research Division, and a memorandum of agreement for this research endeavor is currently being drafted. Gawad Pawikan for outstanding local conservation efforts practices in Bataan. Last but not least, 1Pawikan wants to have an incentive program for the people and groups in the forefront of Pawikan conservation in Bataan. The project team is currently in talks with the Provincial Tourism Office, the lead organizer of Pawikan Festival, so that by next year, an awarding ceremony for Gawad Pawikan can be included in the festival lineup of activities.
We are the 3B3C.
And we will save the Pawikan.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Save the Pawikan.
Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Save the Pawikan!
Save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
Save the Pawikan!
Save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
Help save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
We are the Pawikan sa Dama. Save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
Save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
Kami ang sakit Pawikan, stewardship! Save the Pawikan! Yes, we can!
Save the Pawikan. Yes, we can.
With our tagline, Save the Pawikan, Yes, we can. We have high hopes that the conservation and management efforts in our province will safeguard the dwindling population of marine turtles and ensure their existence for a future generation.